Going back to Boston.
SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, presented by Tim Hortons, as we get set for Game 5 in the NBA Finals tonight in Toronto. We look back to last night's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final in beautiful St. Louis, where the Blues had a chance to win it for the first time.
And it was a chance for us to get rid of these.
That's right. There was a chance.
There was a chance. There was a chance, maybe a bit more important for the Blues, winning their first ever Stanley Cup.
But a lot of people want us to get rid of these.
Yeah. So would the cup get handed out? Would these beards get shaved off at the end of the show? Let's find out. St. Louis, a chance to win the Stanley Cup for the first time in franchise history. Brett Hull, so fired up.
Bernie Federko, the greatest of all time. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
He needs his own reality show. Please make it happen, Crave TV. First period, Braden Shen hits looking to Nordstrom. Shen assessed a boarding penalty. Then Ryan O'Reilly shoots the puck over the glass. Delay a game penalty, putting the Blues 2 men down. Bruins with the first 5-on-3 of the finals. David Pastrnak to Brad Marchand. buries his 9th of the playoffs. Boston, get this, 24-1 all-time when Marchand scores in the postseason. 1-0 Bruins through 20. Second period, Jaden Schwartz to Shen. To Garas, what a save! Preserves the 1-0 Boston lead. Marchand with the late hit on Alex Pietrangelo. Marchand sticking the leg out, picks up a tripping penalty, ensuing Blues power play. Blues trying to get this crowd into it. Pietrangelo shoots, gets behind Ross, stays out. Charlie McAvoy, look at the hand-eye. To get the puck out of danger, Boston trying to improve to 3-0 in elimination games in these playoffs. Bruins trying to get under Jordan Bennington's skin. Pastrnak kind of runs into him. Krejci makes contact. Torrey Krug slashes him in the pads. Boston 12-0 in the playoffs when they lead after 2. Less than 3 minutes into the third. Brandon Carlo's point shot. Oh, boy. Puck took a bounce on the way in. Bruins looking for the dagger now. After O'Reilly made it 3-1, Sean Kuraly forces a turnover. Marchand feeds Pastrnak. Oh, the patience of a saint. His 9th of the postseason, 4-1 Bruins. The arena goes silent. Chara scored an empty netter, and then a Blues fan got rid of his beer. Final minute, after Robert Bortuzzo already took a minor penalty, gives Nolan Acciari another shot to the head. Bortuzzo picks up a 10-minute misconduct. Bruins, they force a Game 7, which will be in Boston on Wednesday. You know, this is the first time in their 95-year history the Bruins will host a Cup Final Game 7? And this will be the first Cup Final Game 7 since Boston beat Vancouver in 2011. Mentioned Marchand and what happens when he scores in the playoffs. Bruins, they've won their last 16 instances where that's happened. All-time Bruins 25-1 when Marchand scores in the playoffs. Good for second-best winning percentage in NHL history. Who has the best? Oh, only Peterborough, Ontario native Bob Gainey had a better winning percentage, as he was a perfect 22-0.
Kawhi, there was some speculation earlier this week that you had purchased property in the city. I'm just curious if you wanted to clarify if in fact that actually occurred.
No, it didn't. It didn't happen yet, no.
Yet?
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 Well, everybody stay calm. Here's Duffy. He'll never leave.
Thank you. Still hard to fathom that this could be, might be, Raptors fans dare to dream, the last off day of the season. That's the remarkable position this team has put itself in. Now, Kevin Durant practiced today for the first time since the injury, so they still may have to face him in Game 5. But even if he plays, Durant has to face Kawhi. His 36.0 turnover opus in Game 4 still has this city, this country, and yes, his teammates buzzing.
James, we will have plenty more about tonight's Game 5 coming up on SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, presented by Tim Hortons. That's next. watching Jay and Dan on TSN. The Canadian Grand Prix from Montreal. Rivals Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton battling on lap 48. The German goes off the track. Hamilton nearly goes into the wall as he tries to take advantage of the mistake. Now the FIA stewards decided to look at it. Let's have a look at them. No, nerds! They determined that Vettel re-entered unsafely on turn 4 and was given a 5-second penalty. Vettel was furious. Canadian Lance Stroll, lap 68. Already in the points in 10th, gets by Carlos Sainz for 9th. The 20-year-old goes on to claim 9th at his home Grand Prix, collecting valuable points for Racing Point. Final lap of the race. Vettel still in first, but doesn't have a 5-second lead, so he crosses the line ahead of Hamilton, but it is Hamilton that makes it 7 wins at the Canadian Grand Prix, tying Michael Schumacher for the most ever. And Vettel obviously is frustrated since he did cross the line first. So as he goes to the podium, he switches the numbers. And then Hamilton, this is pretty good. He shares the first place podium with Vettel. Hamilton, though, now has a 62-point lead over Vettel in the F1 standings.
And 6 hours west of Montreal in Hamilton, the final round of the Canadian Open. A few storylines heading into Sunday. Canadian Adam Hadwin, 1 stroke back of the leader Rory McIlroy. Fellow Canuck Mackenzie Hughes, 4 back. Both trying to end a 65-year Canadian drought. While Rory just enjoying the Canadian scenery as he was playing this event for the first time ever. And methinks he will be back. It's the final tune-up for the U.S. Open. Rory was using a loonie as a ball marker all weekend as looking for a 16th career PGA Tour title. Opening hole, he's wearing the Sunday red.
That close to a deuce.
Rory nearly eagles, led to one of his 5 birdies on his front 9. Let's check in on Hadwin, needing a top 3 finish to qualify for the U.S. Open on 10 from the rough. That led to a birdie. Hadwin was the low Canadian, finishing in 6th, so he's going to miss out on the U.S. Open, but he did qualify for the Open Championship. Rory. It was the only drama left. How low would he go? 3 under over his final 5 holes to Carter 59. That's what he needs. Facing a 30-footer for birdie on 14. Rory dialed in after a bogey on 16. Par 5 17. Needing an eagle birdie finish to Carter 59 from 197 up. He'd make the putt for eagle to give himself a chance at a 59. Par 4, 18 from the bunker. Needing to hole out for birdie for his sub-60 score, can't get it. But McIlroy wins by 7. It's the largest margin of victory at the Canadian Open in 57 years. He hoists a Kyle Lowry jersey. He was at a Raptors game recently. I think that was last week. Getting the crowd going, puts it on before sharing a prediction on the finals. Okay, and he picks up 131.36 million.
Pandering. We Canadians love that.
Yeah. So he was at game 2 in Toronto, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dan.
Yeah.
Looked like he was having a good time, too. Our walkover clock, sponsored by Jurassic Realty.
If they're selling spots to Jurassic Park, that'd be a good business to be in because they're tough to come by.
That's true, Dan. On the brink of elimination, Warriors star Klay Thompson had some fun with the media on Sunday at the expense of Kawhi Leonard. What?
Are we going to see a Game 5 Klay instead now?
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
It's pretty good.
I think it's a coincidence. As we showed you earlier, oh, Dan, why don't you take this?
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard, he debunked rumors that he bought property in Toronto on Sunday, saying that he hadn't yet. Speculation about his future very high and we're getting into the action.
That's right. We are the hosts of a very, very popular national sports show. And you can imagine we are plugged into the league. We have a ton of sources. We've been hearing rumblings. We think those rumblings confirm that Kawhi will stay with the Raptors. Here are our breaking he stay rumors. We have reason to believe Kawhi will re-sign. He is rumored to have reservations at the CN Tower rotating restaurant in mid-August. Very difficult to get.
Yeah, we're hearing a cashier at Shoppers Drug Mart informed a reporter he has plenty of optimum points he has yet to use.
Doesn't stop there, Dan. Kawhi reportedly left a Swiss chalet and told the server he'd see them around.
And this one is obvious. Kawhi got a season pass to Centerville on Toronto Island, valid until September. You gotta get full value from that.
You have to. Finally, we can confirm Kawhi wants to watch the new Body Break segments to see where the story goes. This is probably the clearest indication that Kawhi Leonard is in fact staying in Toronto. He's staying.
Yeah.
When we come back, hey, the Blue Jays are still playing. Anyway, we'll return. We'll show you what they did.
D-backs and Jays on a beautiful day in Toronto. Vladdy Guerrero Jr. not in Sunday's lineup. Toronto looking to avoid being swept for the 7th time this season. Opening pitch of the game. Ketel Marte, chopper to the hole. Freddie Galvis. Jump, throw, one-hopper. Got him. In the second, Christian Walker pops it up.
Galvis played behind Clayton Ridge.
Danny Jansen. He's battling the sun. He's battling backspin.
Puts his mask away.
Makes the catch behind his head.
He stayed with it. And did a heck of it.
Clayton Richard, he's very animated. The top 3 bases loaded for Tim LaCastro. Rips one down the line. Former Blue Jays draft pick clears the bases with a 3-run triple. D-back scored 8 runs in the inning. Richard gave up 7 earned over just 2 2/3. Jays suffer their 7th sweep of the season. They're now 0-4 with the roof open.
Dominic Thiem was destroyed in straight sets in last year's French Open final by Rafael Nadal. No shame there. Nadal is the greatest clay court player in history. But in their most recent meeting on clay in Barcelona 6 weeks ago, Thiem got the better of Nadal. Would it be a changing of the guard at Roland Garros on Sunday? The short answer, no.
Roland Garros title.
No, it would not.
Straight match win here in Paris.
Thiem drew first blood in the first set. Nadal had 2 chances to break back. Crushes the forehand. Leads the tour in break-back percentage. Break-back percentage would be a terrific name for a band if you're starting one on Monday. Nadal won the opening set 6-3. He lost the second set. Looking to break for 3-love in the third. Finds the open court. Dominated the third set, winning 6-1. Rafa's uncle and longtime coach Tony Nadal in attendance for this one. He coached Rafa for 16 of his 17 slams. 3-love in the fourth. Vintage Nadal forehand right there. The slide slides along the clay at the baseline. Boom, pounds it down the line. Serving for win number 12 at the French. Rafael Nadal, back-to-back French Open champion, Grand Slam title number 18, now 2 behind Roger Federer. Nadal, the first player, male or female, in tennis history to win 12 titles in a single major, breaking a tie with Margaret Court. Not only that, Nadal, all-time record at Roland Garros, 93-2. And if you're wondering, just for some perspective, Roger Federer has just 1 title at the French Open, just 1 in 2009. Novak Djokovic also has just 1 back in 2016.
Shocking news regarding Red Sox legend David Ortiz. Ortiz was shot at an amusement center in his home country of the Dominican Republic. Police said contrary to initial reports about there being a robbery, video shows a man just walking up and firing point blank. The attending doctor said that Ortiz was shot in the lower back with the bullet exiting through his abdomen. The 43-year-old, who now works at Fox, is said to be in stable condition.
David Ortiz is out of surgery and in stable condition. More Jay and Dan when we return.
Across the TSN network. Can't wait for that.
And with a look ahead to today's opening match for Canada, here is TSN's Laura Dykin.
It's been a long road to get to this point with training camps in Toronto, Spain, and France. But now there's only one day to go before all that hard work is put to the test for Canada. Sunday was about final preparations for the team, and it's all finally starting to sink in. Stade de la Moisson, alongside our analyst Carmelina Moscato. And Carmelina, we heard on Sunday from Desiree Scott, as well as head coach Kenneth Heiner-Muller. What stood out to you from those press conferences?
There are a few things that stood out, actually. So with Kenneth, looking at basically the preparation for Cameroon, a big question mark has been around, how much do you know about them? How much have you been able to see on them? And he just said it pretty simply and eloquently. There's a beauty about a World Cup. You get to play different types of styles, and it's almost a small gift to play an opponent that you don't know as fully as you could. But this is not the same day and age it was 10 years ago. So they're able to find footage on specific players playing in different leagues, and they're prepared enough. And this Canadian team will stick to their plan.
So let's talk a little bit about Cameroon now. Obviously, this is Canada's first time facing off against this opponent. What kind of challenges do you think Cameroon will present?
A lot of the players and Kenneth himself as well, just continue to talk about the athleticism. They continue to talk about the speed, really crafty midfielders. That's something that I picked up on today. They might have to shut down the midfield. So how Canada does that through their strategy, through their tactics, is going to be very interesting to watch. For the most part, you're going to get an athletic game and a battle. We talked about blood in the mouth, I think, as one of the indications of, you got to enjoy every moment, even when it's a tough battle.
Enjoying every tackle, he said as well. Well, the players definitely enjoying their walk around the stadium here on Sunday. They came in taking pictures. We heard a little "Oh Canada," and then of course Christine Sinclair in her 5th World Cup laid down in the middle of the pitch and started doing snow angels.
Snow angels, yeah.
Very Canadian, of course. They're taking it all in and soaking up every minute.
All right.
Snow angels. Braden, one of our camera guys, he's doing snow angels right now.
It's weird, man. It's still to come. All eyes will be on the Raps Monday, but on Sunday, the Jays reign supreme. And the Jannies, next.
Hey, Jannies. Christian Walker pops it up. Danny Jansen.
The catcher.
Look at this.
Flipped his mask away. And
Battling sun and open roof vibes.
Gets hot in there. Need your Coors Slice.
There it is. Real nice.
They've been very good.
Braves Marlins. Ground ball up the middle.
First pitch, bouncing ball.
And it says in my script here, Derek Jeter like jump and throw. Again, other players in Major League Baseball did that play like that.
Nope.
He's ready and smiling.
8th Rangers Mark Kanya, fly ball, deep left.
Out to left field.
Hunter Pence.
Back on it near the wall. Reaching up on the fence and making the catch.
Hunter Pence, yeah.
Climbs the wall and makes the grab.
Have a real small glove.
Same game, Texas down 3 in the 8th. Oh no! Gennaro Dort opts to steal home. Brian Butcher's throw is too late. Wow.
O's Strohs, Richie Martin. This is a fair ball. Robinson Chirinos throws up Martin at first.
He touched the ball on the foul line.
Yep, good play.
Barksdale immediately said, yep, that's fair. So
I don't know, Margot.
Freddie Galvis.
after the first pitch, Freddie Galvis
with a Derek Jeter-esque play.
What a way to start the game. Cattell Marte acknowledging a fine.
No one had ever done that until Derek Jeter did it.
The first time.
Sorry. Little things irritate me.
I like what Richard did there, that thing. It's kind of a dap. Well, it's been a fun show.
We aren't
Is it
done.
over? No?
No.
We have more?
Still have the highlight of the night.
Oh, that's
Worst
right.
play of the day.
Yes, and little timely piece of video, too.
Worst play of the day, Nats and Padres. Yan Gomes skies one behind the plate. Now this fan's ready to catch the ball, but falls through his hands. Oh, no.
Oh, he hurt his finger.
Yeah.
Owie.
Oh, you gotta love that the fan trying to catch.
That's not a good look. On. D-backs Jays. You knew it had to be Danny Jansen.
Straight over home plate. Danny Jansen.
Roof was open, as Dan mentioned. What's the Jays' record with the roof open?
0-4.
All right, but you get to see athletes like Danny Jansen make plays like that, so that's worth it, I'd say. That's our highlight of the night.
Yeah.
Sorry you blew it segment. We point out our errors. Dan, during the golf highlights, Canadian Open, you said Rory's win was the largest margin of victory in 57 years at the Canadian Open. It was 67 years.
Okay.
You also said after those highlights that Rory won $131.6 million. He won $1.36 million.
I corrected myself at the time, I thought.
And during the drive-thru, I messed up. I said Dan bought everyone coffee before the show. It was just me. He just bought me coffee. So I may be a little
Well, you buy
there.
people coffee, and then everyone's like, oh, I already had my coffee, and then it turns
that's
into
true.
a...
I always bring in 4 because the tray is 4. So I bring 1 for you, and then I give away the other 2 to whoever wants them. And no. Well, let's get to our beard update. This is it, folks.
This is the final one, because they're getting shaved this week.
The final beard update, because the cup will be awarded this week. So we're going to begin with me, I guess. And it is Jim Carrey. Canadian.
Who's a big artist now.
Yeah, he is.
It's not a fan of the Trump.
No, it doesn't like Trump, but yeah, I'll take this. I've been flattered by all the comparisons. How about you, Dan?
Okay. Take that.
McGruber!
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll shave them on Wednesday's show.
One more thing. It's time
Thursday's show, sir.
It's time for Timely Time.
He picked a timely time, timely time, timely time.
Timely time.
He picked a timely time to end his 5-game slump. How should I have worded that?
Picked a good time?
Yeah, good time.
Appropriate time? It's always a timely time to go to Indochino and get yourself
I'm sticking with timely time.
A great fitting suit. Well, yeah, it's always timely time.
Know what it's a timely time for?
What's that?
To finish this show.
Oh, perfect.
Like right